Hi, this is Shannah, and sorry if the image shakes a bit because I'm holding the camera with my hand. And this is a totally different reading. So, this reading is about conflict at work in your job. And we're going to see both perspectives, and you can choose to be A or B. But we're going to see the whole picture, right? And what are the future energies as well there in the middle. And we're going to start. But if you need to pause the video to choose A or B, go ahead. Okay? So I also have some cards over there, just in case I need a clarifier. Okay? So we're starting now. A, and this is B. And first of all, let's see the position of A. What's their main energy in this situation? Well, we have dedicated effort. So this is someone who tries very hard to do everything right, and someone that works very hard. And the person A is very diligent. This person is very hardworking and tries their best in order to make everything work. And this, if it's not you, this could be a co-worker, this could be your boss, it could even be a customer or a client, right? If it's not you, then it's one of these people, the person you have in mind. So, and this person is very hardworking and tries their best, to make everything work, to make everyone happy. That's the energy they feel. That's the standpoint they're acting from. So let's see now person B, and again, person B could be you, or could be a co-worker, could be your boss, could even be your client or a customer, a partner. So let's see the basis energy. So here we have love. And of course, this is a very positive card. This is a card that we like to have in a love reading. But here we're talking about work and a conflict situation. So, what this card also says is that person B is also taking in account what is good for them. If the situation is doing them good or is doing them harm. And person B is willing to act positively in this situation, to bring harmony into this situation, but they're also considering other possibilities because they're actually assessing if this situation is positive for them, is something they want to have in their lives, and probably there are other possibilities that may be better, but they're still assessing and trying to make the best out of the situation. The next thing is we're going to see the upper cards. The upper cards is what's on the surface. What's on the surface for from person A and from person B, and what's the joint energy, right? So let's start with person A. So on the surface, the energy is rebuild. So this person is trying to rebuild a situation, is trying to solve probably a damaged relationship at a working space, at the work environment. And they're trying to rebuild this relationship with person B, and they're trying to try something new, to have a new approach, to have a positive change in this relationship. They're making an effort, again, a dedicated effort to make the best of the situation. But according also to what they feel and know to be right, right? So here's no judgment, it's just what they believe is right. It doesn't mean that person B agrees with them, but from their standpoint, they're doing the best to do what's right in the situation. And now let's see what person B is doing. Like on the surface, how is person B behaving in this case? So then we have coming together. So person B is acting out of love, out of friendship, trying to harmonize this situation. So person B is really trying to reach out and make the situation and this work relationship work, to make it more pleasant and to be also meaningful. It's person B is acting from the heart and really trying to reach out and have a truer relationship with person A, right? So if you are person B, you're really trying to, you know, make of this relationship also a friendship relationship, or a partnership that really works, where you're aiming for the same goal, where you can trust each other and have each other's back. So the question is really trust, right? And the other person is rebuilding. So that's actually usually the tower. So this person is trying to rebuild, and there must be here an issue of trust. Well, this is a conflict situation, right? But there's an issue of trust, and the person A is trying to rebuild this ties of trust and friendship, and so is person B. They're actually on the surface, they are acting to reach the same goal. But let's see what the joint energies are. The joint energies on the surface is balance, and this is really good. So person A and person B are really working very hard to find balance in this situation, to have an equal status, of having a perfect give and take. And also like to build this bridge of trust, of friendship, of a good co-worker relationship. And trust is very important here. And so on the surface, they're working well together. But this is a conflict reading. So on the surface, everyone seems to be quite happy and content and working for the same goal. But what lies underneath it? These are the three cards here. What is lying underneath it? So from person A, let's see the card. Base chakra, sorry. So base chakra. The base chakra is the foundation. So as the foundation is feeling secure, again, we have the trust issues. So under the surface, person A is not feeling safe, is not feeling secure, is not trusting, is not able to trust for some reason. And I would like to get another card. There. So we have the Six of Swords. So person A is not able to trust, so it's trying to trust really slowly, is trying to have this relationship onto better shores, but the situation is still not very safe. It doesn't feel very safe, because as you can see, they don't look very happy, and And there seems to be like a change in the situation, and this person is not feeling secure, even if they're trying their best here to rebuild, to have this trust again. But there's something that they're not trusting. I'd like to get another card, just a second. Yes. So again, they're still feeling very defensive. They have really trust issues with the person B. I still don't see what is the reason for these trust issues, but they're very defensive. They're trying to defend what they now I have it. They're trying to defend what they already have. So person A sees person B as a menace to their status, to their position. So they fear that for some reason the person B could take their job, could take their position, could take their credibility, could take their favor towards other people. So there's a question here of fear, of not trusting, and could even be a question here of jealousy. Because they're afraid of losing something. They're afraid of losing their position. And this makes, of course, such relationships really difficult. Although we have to say they're trying. On the surface, they're really trying. They're really dedicated to find that balance. But the basis of this, it's a bit difficult to overcome because we have trust issues. Now, let's see what person B is feeling underneath this. Giving and receiving. So here, person B is a feeling of lack, also lack of trust, if we say it like this. But person B doesn't feel that the giving and receiving is equal. And person B feels that they're giving a lot more than they're receiving. Probably person B is not getting enough appraisal for their work, not getting enough appraisal for their input, and they feel like they're always, they're always missing out on something. They can feel and see that other people are probably being more favored than they are, and although they feel that they put a lot of work into a project or into their daily work, but they're not getting enough appraisal. And it's not really a question of money here. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's a question of appraisal, of merit, of having their work and value and worth acknowledged. But I'm getting another card with this one. Exactly. So we have the Hermit, and the Hermit here means that they feel quite alone. So that they do their bit, they do their work as well as they can. They also feel that they shine a light in their work, that their work is really very, very valuable. It's like a star, if you see here in the card. But it's in the middle of the night, and it's not being recognized for what it's really worth. And this person B feels undervalued, and is quite unhappy for that as well. So it's just standing alone, so no one is having their back, and no one is recognizing their work. So this is the basis feeling of person B. And they're trying also very hard to change that situation. They're trying very hard to give their best in their work. We can see there the coming together of, trying to solve the situation in a friendly way. But what is the joint energy of these two? simply love. Now, simply love. This is like the Six of Cups. So this is a card of shared past. So you probably, have a lot of experience working together. And there are things in the past that are causing this trust issues. And of course, simply love. Well, love is everything. Everything is love. But here I have the sense this is more about the past, as an experience in the past that tainted this situation. And I'd like to get another card. Just a second. I have to stretch here. There you go. This is the King of Wands. So here in this situation, and this is not now gender specific, we have the King of Wands. So this is a question of power. We have a king, and the King of Wands is very fiery as well. So because the shared energy, so these two people, A and B, they can have very fiery temperaments and personalities. So that's probably one of the reasons they clash as well. And it's a king, so this is a question of power. So maybe it was a misunderstanding, or maybe it was like a real situation where, for instance, person A, their power was put in question, and person B as well, because person B isn't being recognized for what they do, and person A is afraid of losing their position. So this is a question of power, and there was a situation in the past where, for instance, the power of person B was put in question, and this could also be that, and it's obvious, person B, their power and their position is constantly being put in question. But I'll get another card to help us sort to get more information. And we have now the Fool. So I think with these cards that things in the past, there were some words, reaction, actions that were careless. And not, because it's the Fool, and nothing was done with bad intentions. But it was probably reckless or careless. Probably words were said without any thought to them, or maybe there were actions taken without thinking of the consequences, and people were hurt, both A and B. And the power or their position was was questioned. I'd like to get another card, just a second. Yes. So there was in the past something starting. Oh. Okay, let's see if you relate to this, if you resonate with this. Because, for instance, these actions could have been taken when one of these people, A or B, started their job or started their new position. And if they started the new position, then the other person, A or B, probably didn't recognize them in that position. And many, like the Fool, many of the reactions, they were very naive. And there was, again, a lot of fire, a lot of fights, probably arguments in this case. And many things were said or done without thinking, just on the spur of the moment. And probably people got hurt, be it A or B, because it's the joint energy, and probably both. Because, as I said earlier, both are very hot-headed and fiery temperaments. So probably things were done or said without thinking, and both were hurt. And that's why we have here this trust issue. Now, the next step is what the both of them could do in order to heal the situation or to make it better. So let's start with person A. We have here, have patience. Love is patient and kind, always. So, like I said earlier, both of these people, they are hot-headed. And person A, here in this case, should be patient and should be kind towards person B. Because as we saw earlier, person B is really trying everything to build a bridge, is trying everything to sort this out in a friendly way, to, for them to turn into a team. Yeah, person A is doing it as well. But person A could start rebuilding this relationship by being patient and kind. Because as I can see here, person B doesn't want anything bad towards person A. Person B just wants to be recognized for their work. So this is a very positive card. And then, sorry, person B, what should person B do? Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Well, person B, from this card and what I'm getting, and also from the love card, person B is getting very frustrated actually, because person B is trying really hard, although they've been hurt, and they also have trust issues. They're getting frustrated, and person B is getting the opportunity of really seeing what they truly want. Do they want to keep, for instance, this job? Do they want, maybe they like to change the department they're working at, or maybe choose another company, another kind of job totally, or maybe even, that's important, maybe resonate with this too. Person B is reevaluating how they want to be treated, how they want to treat others as well. So they're really now seeing who they really are, and and what they really want. What is their worth? How do they want to be treated? What is a fair way to be treated and how to get it, be it in this situation or leaving the situation altogether. And then we have the outcome. And now the outcome is refusing to see. I have high hopes, actually. The outcome in this situation is, although both A and B, they are really trying hard to make this work situation work and to make it friendly and fair to all of the parties involved. But both of them, because it's a joint energies for both of them, A and B, they're having difficulties to see things for what they really are. There's a sense of confusion here as well. So they're still stuck in this hurt, is the feeling I'm getting, but I'm getting another card for this. Give me a second. So both of you are trying to balance the situation as well as you can, to try everything work as well as you can, but there's also a sense that it should be taken more seriously. You should really see the situation for what it is and the other person for who they are. Not in a negative way, but see the person for what they are and what is the best way to deal with a person in a positive way. So not only like trying to make everything nice and shiny, but, taking it seriously. I'll get another card to back me up on this. Just a second. Yes. So there should be some efforts to be put into this, a continuous effort. This is like a work in progress. And you can decide, do I want to keep up with this? Will this bring me anything? That is up to you to decide, right? But this is a work in progress because the two of you, you just bang heads. So be it A, B, you're very hot tempered and you do not trust each other, not really. You like each other and you want it to work because this is not a question of like, right? Something happened in your past between the two of you in your work relationship that broke that trust. And trust is very important in all the relationships, but you're really trying to make it work because actually you like each other. You want to find that balance between the two of you. So this is a work in progress. You're still working at it and you'll still continue to work at it. And I'd like to pull another card from the angels to see if this is going to work and how. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. Universe is funny. So here you say Vertrauen. This is a German word that means trust. So you are working on trusting each other because this is the outcome. So this will eventually then come. I need another card. Just a second. There you go. They're saying to choose another direction, to go in another direction. So we can take this in many ways. Either you go totally in a different direction, like another job, another department, or whatever like is possible in your reality. Or you also change your behavior. Try another behavior. And because I'm very stubborn, I still want another card. So here we go. Okay, and we have bounty. So things will work out, but we have to try another approach, right? It's about trusting, but there's another approach to be taking in order to reach that bounty. And of course, this is in the relationship itself. Work, hard on to build up this trust again because it's been badly hurt. Don't stay in this energy of not wanting to see, of refusing to see, because there's a lot of bounty to be earned from this. But for that, you have to change your attitude, be it A or B. It doesn't matter. You have to change your attitude towards each other. And if nothing else works and you're so frustrated, you can change direction totally and go in a different way. But I find this advice here of changing direction quite positive because when we change attitude in a loving way, the world changes as well. So this is quite good. And the last card is, let's see. Oh, divine discontent. Wow, I'm almost speechless. What this means is when we are discontented with reality, we become creative and we're open for something new. So instead of being sad and being frustrated about how things are, just open yourself up to what you want to change and how you like it to be. So again, this is the big confirmation about this card. There is friendship here, but trust was hurt bad. But there's a chance of saving this situation. I know it's all messy right now, but that's what happens. So this was the message, conflict at a working place. I hope you resonated. And I wish you a lot of